Imagine sitting with someone you care about. You ask a tense question, and suddenly, they're gone. They stand up, turn around, and shut down. What just happened is a total breakdown in communication. It's not just that they're upset, it's that in this moment, they literally don't have the internal tools to stay in the room and address the topic at hand. To communicate functionally means you have the emotional maturity to stay present. It doesn't mean you aren't stressed, but it means you have the capacity to work through the issue, even if you need to take a breather and come back to it later. When we feel we can't handle a topic, we instinctively drop a conversational smokescreen. It's a protective barrier we throw up to hide from a reality that feels too overwhelming to face. But when we hide behind that smoke, we stop learning, we stop listening, and most importantly, we guarantee that the root problem remains entirely unsolved. That smokescreen is dozens of ways we dodge the truth, falling into clear patterns. Some dodge loudly, throwing a tantrum or physically leaving. Others are quieter, ignoring the issue, stating opinions as facts, being sneaky, or using the silent treatment. While a tantrum and the silent treatment look like opposites, they're doing the exact same job. They are both tools used to ensure the actual conversation never happens. These behaviors are essentially our internal alarm system going off. When a conversation feels like a threat, our brains want to fight, run away, or freeze up. To stay functional, we have to learn how to steady that alarm so we can think clearly again. The shadow behaviors, like being covert or lying, usually come from a deep fear of being seen or being wrong. It feels safer to hide in the dark than to be vulnerable and tell the truth. This shows what happens when we shut out different mindsets. On the left, we're stuck in a loop where we only hear what we already believe. On the right, we allow new ideas to enter, which is the only way we actually grow. Healthy discussion is a collaboration. When you stop avoiding the friction, you start building a bridge toward the other person. If you constantly dodge these small moments of tension, you never actually resolve the friction in your life. You're essentially choosing to live with the same frustrations over and over again, rather than doing the work to move past them. To change this, we have to stop seeing a hard conversation as a battle to be won. Try looking at it as a puzzle to solve together. If you're both on the same side of the puzzle, the threat disappears. If you feel yourself freezing up or wanting to go silent, try naming the feeling instead of using the silence as a weapon. Just saying, "I'm feeling overwhelmed," keeps the connection open. When we mope or shut down, we're essentially turning our backs on the relationship. It brings everything to a standstill and leaves the other person alone in the conflict. A more functional path is to recognize when you're defensive, ask for a short break to calm down, and, most importantly, commit to a specific time to finish the talk. Taking a breather to collect your thoughts is a tool for progress. Using silence to avoid the issue is just another smoke bomb. Follow this simple checklist during difficult talks. Step 1, leave your ego at the door. Step 2, listen to understand, not just to argue back. Step 3, ask curious questions instead of assuming motives. Step 4, validate their point of view before pivoting to yours. This is what it looks like to step out of the smoke. When you stop hiding, you gain clarity to move forward. Choosing to have the hard conversations without the tantrums or the silent treatment is the only way to build a life where your problems actually get solved.